Hey everyone, Tony from Pro Media Gear here. Just wanted to talk a little bit on Workshop Wednesday about the Boomerang Flash Bracket. Just a basic overview, and then in upcoming episodes throughout the month, we're going to go a little bit more deep and give you some accessories that go helpful with the Boomerang and a couple things like that. Feel free to chime in with any questions you have. We'll answer them as fast as possible. Thank you for your time. That being said, talk about the Boomerang Flash Bracket. A Boomerang Flash Bracket is one of our flagship products here at Pro Media Gear. It's going to allow you to simply flip your flash from a landscape to a portrait scenario, reducing shadows and also eliminating red eye. It comes in two series. There's a BBX model and a BBG V2. Got them both right here. This is the BBX folded down. This is the BBG. Just think G for grip. It's going to have this big cut here, which I'm going to show you in a minute, will be easy access to the trigger control on the battery or motor drive. The BBX is a universal, most widely purchased Boomerang Flash Bracket that will adapt to smaller cameras to cameras with a grip. The whole thing is a modular device that's used on the Flash Bracket built around our bracket plates. Now our bracket plates at Pro Media Gear are Arca Swiss compatible, which is approximately 1.5 inches wide for those of you that don't know, with a dovetail design. Fits many ball heads on the market today, and what we would do and what we ask is that you put on the plate onto your camera and you just leave it on. You leave it and you forget it, you purchase the modular accessories that you need that we manufacture here in the United States, and then that way you can just keep buying these different accessories we have, such as L brackets, handles, and other available products. We make two types of these bracket plates. We've got your basic universal, which is great for everything. It's going to have a flat plate top here, if you will. It's going to have the opportunity to move the screw over left and right a little bit, as well as sliding in and up on this channel. That's going to give you a lot of movement to fit virtually everything on the market today. Now, if you want, we also have custom bracket plates. Custom bracket plates, these are kind of the cat's meow. They're going to have specific 2 points of contact, or what I like to call little bat wings, that are going to allow me to cradle the bottom of the body of the camera specifically, and just give you a better anti-rotation accident prevention kind of thing. Notoriously, I forget to loosen my pan knob. I move the camera, my plate loosens up. Especially on a boomerang, you're adding a lot more torque that you'll see with the flash arm. So having the opportunity to have a custom bracket plate is just a game changer. We don't upcharge you for the different plates, so feel free to check out our website, promediagear.com. Flash brackets, there's going to be a drop-down menu. We've got Canon, Sony, Nikon, and other camera bodies available in the custom solution. On the side of our camera plates, you see these modular holes. Now these holes here are going to hold two hardened steel pins that keep our accessories from rotating off, and the two center holes here are going to be threaded. And depending how the engineers at Pro Media Gear set it up, a pin or a screw will go in there and lock down that part. Without further ado, let me give you the basics of the BBX. So right here, I've got my nice 30D Demo camera, little relic, oldie but a goodie. And I've got mounted on here the universal bracket plate already mounted on here. On the Boomerang BBX model, we've got these two little pins that come out on the right-hand side. These pins stand about 3/4 of an inch tall, and these are what actually lock down the flash arm. BBX is going to come nicely folded and compact. We want you to keep this in your bag as a tool. That way you have it when you want it, you just pull it up, set it up, and use it. You don't feel like you accidentally left it in your closet or anything. You just loosen up this knob here. The whole unit will fold down. Tighten it back up. It'll become a rigid frame. Looks kind of like this L shape. With the curved flash arm facing toward the right side of your camera lens, you're going to line up the two hardened steel pins. Drops right down on there. And then, if it's lined up correctly, it'll go in flat and flush. When it goes in flush, you just tighten it down until it's snug. Don't over tighten this, it's not necessary, you just get it down there until it's snug. And that's how the BBX Boomerang Flash Bracket will look on your camera. Got a little built-in kickstand here. The kickstand's going to keep me from tipping it over. I had this with a bigger lens or any lens that could potentially fall on it. The kickstand's going to help prevent that. Boomerang Flash Bracket, we've taken the radio controllers in mind. You're going to need one in order to transmit and fire your flash, or you're going to need the short 12.5-inch cable to go from here to here. With my radio controller mounted here, we supply you with a aluminum cold shoe that fits into a nice little channel built right into that boomerang. It's not going to rotate on you. It's designed specifically for the Boomerang Flash Bracket. You're going to take your flash of choice. Got this one with an added cold shoe. It's not what I wanted, but 1 second. Go ahead and slide that right on there and lock it down. You then would put your transmitter on there, which I don't have with me, so bear with me. You're going to be able to take your flash and either bounce it or put it straight on. You can use a modifier if you wish. There's plenty of room here for the tilted radio controllers, the vertical ones, and everything in between. And what it's going to allow you to do when you're shooting an event wedding photography, it's that season, that's what this is geared towards. You're going to be able to shoot, and then when I want, I reach over, and I just roll my right arm down, and this rolling action locks a detent pin right onto our titanium alloy piece there. And now I can go ahead and shoot that nice portrait, compositionally not really changing anything except moving my light. By having the light change, rather than just going like this, getting some side shadows, potentially a big wall shadow, just go ahead and throw that up, take the picture, put it back, boom. Want that bounce? Not a problem. Same thing, boom. It's quick and easy, it's effortless, and it's super, super nice to have around. Now the BBX, as I said before, is a universal flash bracket, meaning it'll fit virtually everything on the market. This curved arm here, you're going to be able to get it nicely in the middle or close to the middle of your flash, of your lens, excuse me, getting your flash over the center of that. And then based on your camera size, you're able to actually loosen up this NATO clamp here and slide it up and down. So if you needed a little bit taller because I had a grip or motor drive on this camera, you'd be able to push that up. The Allen key, I don't have an extra one on me. You got one on you, Tom? 1 second. There's a built-in magnet that I want to talk about right here. So if you can see it, there's a magnet on the bottom of the Boomerang Flash Bracket. And what's going to happen is the Allen key, the 532, it's the same one that's going to be used to tighten down the screw here, same one that's going to be down to loosen or tighten this NATO clamp, is going to go right into the bottom of the base. It's going to be able to slide in there, magnetize right in there. Thank you, lovely assistant. So there it is. Just slides right in there on the bottom, locks right in.
Let me just zoom in out of there.
Go ahead and zoom on.
Can you show that again?
Yeah. So you can see the magnet right there on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than go right next to it, there's a little hole. It slides right in there and sucks right on down. So that way it's always with you. So we're able to go ahead and shoot. It's not going anywhere because of our detent pin. It doesn't flop around. It's nice and secure. Weighing less than 1 pound. It's not super front heavy or anything like that. Use it as a nice little tool. Want to take it down or adjust it, bada bing, bada boom. Just go ahead, tighten your screws down. Drop that magnet right back on in there, and you're done. Now, I might not even use this for the whole gig. I did just happen to shoot an event the other day. I utilized it for the most part, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to use it. You simply just remove it. Just take it off, leaving the plate on at all times. This plate's going to allow you then to still use my monopod, my tripod, or anything with an Arca Swiss head. I have the opportunity, if I want, to go ahead and put that flash back on normal, and then shoot, traditional style. Totally up to you. Utilize it for your shooting style and when you need it. That being said, I'll quickly show you how this breaks back down. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So counterclockwise, loosen that knob. A couple more twists. Folds down flat. I'm able to go ahead and take this piece right here. Go ahead and put it in my bag. Take it with me to the next job as a tool. It's the BBX Flash Bracket. Next, I'm going to show you the basic rundown of the Boomerang BBG. G for grip, easiest way to think about it. Now this is only utilized for the taller cameras and can't be adjusted for smaller bodies. So you're going to need to know that ahead of time. You got to have a grip on at all times or be a bigger unibody camera such as the 1DX, 1DX Mark II, Nikon D5 or similar. Now this is built around a nice NATO rail here. It's going to come with a NATO clamp that's going to be holding it kind of flat. Loosening the flag knob here, it's spring loaded. You're going to go ahead and get that clamp open, take it off, open it wide enough to go ahead and put this back together. Once it's back together, you kind of turn that knob to get it where you want. It should look something like this. Now this system's a little bit unique where, as you notice here, the universal bracket plate on the bottom doesn't have those pins. We have a different connection system on the BBG. You don't require them. So same thing though, the two outer holes hold these two hardened steel pins. And then as you can see, there's a screw right there. So you just line that up, drop it on down. See that okay, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and drop it on in there, give it a little wiggle. And there's a thumb dial. As I'm tightening this thumb dial, it's sucking the boomerang flash bracket into the plate. Just tighten it up till it's snug. Doesn't have to be overly secure, just till it's snug. And that's it. It's that simple. You can go ahead and loosen up your NATO clamp here. Slide this in and out to get it centered over your lens. Wider the lens, you need more room, go ahead and feel free to slide it outward. We still provide you with a kickstand here, a little bit bigger kickstand on the BBG, because we understand that the lenses and the load is a little bit heavier. Kick that back down. Easily put my flash on here. Just like that, same as the other boomerang. It's the same arm, same titanium mechanism here with the detent pin, same shape and movement. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze and rotate into that portrait position. But now, because this is strictly designed for a taller gripped-based cameras, you can see why this curve comes into play. I'm able to go ahead and shoot in a portrait format. And I've got my finger underneath where all these controls are on the battery. This is awesome. Just gives me easy access. If I go ahead and show the same concept with the boomerang, the BBX, if I was in a vertical scenario, the disconnect mechanism here is going to be in my hand. Not the end of the world if I don't do it very often, but if I'm always using a battery or always on a taller camera, I'm going to want to lean toward the other unit. So the BBG is just the way to go, depending on your shooting style. If I'm using this all the time or have bigger cameras, because I can easily get in here. Easily change everything, it's not blocking me. Quickly go back in. Go ahead and get landscape mode. Now if I want, I can easily shoot without going to the grip. I can just shoot like this. That's your style, that's fantastic. Then you do have the option of thinking of the other one or still sticking with this. But that's it. Locks back down, nice, secure. When I'm done, kick that kickstand out. Take off my flash, then go ahead and reverse the process of the thumb dial. Just takes about 10 seconds or so. It's that simple. Still leaves that plate on there. I can go ahead and continue shooting. I want to break this down even farther, just give it a couple turns. Comes apart, lock it back down, put it in my bag. Both units are approximately 1 pound. Can't go wrong really with either of them in your arsenal. It's the Boomerang Flash Bracket by Pro Media Gear. Typically the arm comes in a black color configuration. That's the standard. We do have, for a small upcharge of just because we have to do small lots of different colors, we've got this reddish maroon color, gold, blue, silver, and purple are some of the options. You can find all those at promediagear.com. That's going to be under Boomerang Flash Bracket. It's the BBG versus BBX. I'm Tony. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, don't forget to chime on in. And check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. Please give us a thumbs up, like, all that stuff. Hit us up with comments. Feel free to give us a call or an email if you have any questions. Appreciate it.
Questions.
Yeah, what you have for questions, Tom?
So can this work with the L bracket?
Yes. In future videos, we're going to discuss how you can add accessories, but for the most part, just to quickly say, yes, it does. Because the left-hand side here is open with the additional ports, I can add things such as a handle and L brackets, which we will be discussing in later videos. We also have a left-handed flash bracket. So for you guys out there that are like, I've had rotator cuff surgery, I don't shoot this way anymore, maybe you shoot elbow down, you need that bracket to go up. We do offer the boomerang on the left-hand side as well. Just be aware, by doing it on the left-hand side, you are blocking the opportunity to add an L bracket. You'd have to remove it to be able to put that on. A lot of modular opportunities there with the Boomerang Flash Bracket and the Pro Media Gear bracket plate setup. Any additional questions, Tom?
Yeah, also the strap. It's compatible with the strap.
Also, same thing. Discuss another video, but The strap mechanism are quick release SS2P1 and SS2P3 quick release strap adapter. It is a proprietary size to ours. Plates, the bracket plate here features a little like what I call top hat circle with a channel on the inside. Our strap mechanism would lock into that and allow 360-degree rotation, a 15-pound working load. The strap and the mechanism are designed for much more than that. The weak link to think about is the screw on the bottom side of your camera. It's more than adequate to carry everything out there today. It will lock in conveniently without any adapter accessories sticking out. You would just simply plug that plunger quick release strap adapter into the plate. Also our lens plates and a clamp as well that we offer with this mechanism hole. And you just plug it in, carry it traditionally, and when you want to use it, you just unplug it, and you can put it right back onto any archetype head or plate clamp that would fit it. So that's it.
One more, somebody is asking about the Godox 8200.
So yeah,
the cable, as long as they can connect to the cold
you can. You don't need a. I actually have it. I have the 8200. I also have their speedlight version. Speedlight, no problem. The 8200, although a little bulkier, can fit. You need something like a Giotis ball head, like a little ball head. The small ball head you would physically remove. The CS2 here, the cold shoe, because the 8200 has a 1/4-20 female on the side and on the bottom. You would go ahead, instead of just mounting it direct, which you really can't because the screw's not really long enough, and you don't have any articulation of that 8200 or the flashpoint version of it from Adorama. What you'd want to do is that little mini ball head, you'd put it on there, and then go ahead and mount that onto the ball head. That little mini ball head's going to let me articulate it a little bit, which is great. I've used that. I've gone ahead and thrown a mag mod on it, put the sphere on it. It's very soft, but I get that 200 watts of power. It's almost too powerful for real close, but because it's got faster cycle time, I can just put it on like a little poof of light. Works great. The bracket being made of aircraft grade aluminum is more than capable of holding the load. It just kind of comes down to you. As long as you don't mind carrying it, you're adding like an extra pound or so with that Godox or 8200. Totally up to you. We also do offer rosettes, which is going to be a locking rosette to get some of that weight back. We're going to discuss that in future videos as well as the ProPhoto B2. We have the A1, the B10. There's a plethora of opportunities out there to get these stronger off-camera flash units, but carrying them on camera. It's going to come in real handy too. A lot of you guys think about it. I need a permit in the city. I need to go to Penn Station. I need to go to Central Park. Can't put a tripod down. Can't put a light stand down. Do I have the money for an assistant, or can I just go ahead and wing it myself? The option is up to you, but if you have the opportunity, it's all on one unit. That becomes a big kudos as well. I'm able to take it out in those types of places. I'm not required to have any permits. I can go ahead and take a model or a senior out to where I want, photograph them in maybe a unique setting environment that I wouldn't be able to on a normal basis. So, any additional questions?
No, that seems it.
Thanks for your time, guys. Again, I'm Tony from Pro Media Gear. All this can be found on our website, promediagear.com. Also, if you have a local store, check with them. If they're not carrying us, please have them contact us. Love you guys shopping local. A lot of stores already out there carrying our products. Anybody that's willing, tell them to call me and we'll get them set up. You can still shop local for all of our Pro Media Gear equipment. Thank you for your time. Talk soon.